Hello everyone and welcome, this is the Apostate Prophet. Sometimes I feel I talk too seriously on these videos because they are about Islam. Islam also has a lot of fun, a lot of comedy. It's such a sweet religion that if you read the fundamental scripture, the hadith, narrations by or about Muhammad, you might laugh a lot, especially when it's about the good old Satan. Of course, when you believe in Islam, you don't laugh about these things. You just read something weird like Satan farting when the call for prayer is recited, and you think there is probably some wisdom in Muhammad's words. Let me introduce to you all the things that Satan does. Well, not all of them, but quite interesting things. To get the ball rolling, let's start with a light one. Satan laughs very much in Islam, and one of the things he laughs about is yawning. Yes, when you yawn, Satan laughs, and that's why Muhammad says that whoever yawns should try his best to suppress his yawning, so Satan can't laugh too much. Yawning is obviously a completely natural, normal function in humans, and it has a good, healthy purpose. This is basic science for kids, but according to Muhammad, Allah dislikes yawning, and Satan loves it very much. Don't forget, the next time you yawn, try to suppress it, otherwise... Sometimes you have bad dreams, nightmares. You know where that dream came from? Science will tell you a lot of things, like your fears and your subconsciousness. That's all bullshit. Satan gives you those dreams. And if you have a bad dream, you should spit to your left, without saliva, 3 times. That really pisses Satan off. I wonder why this is not mentioned among science miracles that they give you so often nowadays. Muhammad is quite a privileged person, by the way. Satan can take anyone's form in a bad dream, but not Muhammad's form. So if you see Muhammad dancing around in your dream, rest assured that it was Muhammad. If you see some guy dancing around with a bell, that's probably Satan, because the bell is Satan's instrument. Babies, when they are born, cry. You know why? Yes. Because Satan touches every baby that is born, and that's why babies cry. This priceless wisdom was brought to us by Muhammad, who was touched by Satan when he was born. Donkeys are quite funny, sweet animals. But be careful what you like about them. Don't adore their bray. When donkeys bray, they do that because they have just seen Satan. By the way, when a cock crows, that's because they see an angel, not because it's totally natural for them to declare their territory and anticipate the sunrise. That's just common nonsense. Since we are so careful about Satan, I would also like to remind you, whenever you are eating, and you drop some food on the floor by accident, please pick it up, no matter how dirty it is. Just remove some dirt on it as much as possible and then eat it. Be filthy. Don't leave the food to Satan. Don't let him get a bite. When food falls on the ground, Satan comes and eats it. Because Satan really needs that food. Talking about eating, it's always good to eat with your right hand. Oh, you must eat with your right hand. Why, you ask? Because Satan eats with his left hand. And if you're left-handed for some reason, just shut up. You're just pretending to be left-handed. Allah wouldn't create you left-handed. It's bad. Stop being a Satan. You can also prevent Satan from attending your meals altogether, and from entering your house, simply by saying Bismillah in the name of Allah. That makes sure Satan stays away. But if you forget it for some reason and then remember it during your meal, and then say it, you still save the day. Satan vomits out all the food that he had just eaten. Satan doesn't only pick up your filthy food that he eats with his left hand, he also steals food sometimes. Satan doesn't even leave you alone when you are sleeping. Muhammad, the glorious, the wise prophet, gave us some very valuable information when he told us that whenever we go to sleep, Satan ties 3 knots at the back of our heads and wants us to keep sleeping. When you feel too sleepy in the morning and you can't wake up, know that it's Satan with his 3 knots around your head. Not only will you look like this, you will also have a lot of urine in your ears. Not camel urine, Satan urine. Satan pees in your ears if you don't wake up for prayer in the morning. Muhammad said so. That's why your ears feel so weird sometimes in the morning. Happened to me. Once I woke up in the morning and I noticed that my pillow was completely wet. It was full of pee. Of course, as a Muslim, I knew immediately who to blame. And you know how Satan is always there to pee in your ears in the morning? Well, Satan spends the night inside your nose. Every night, he's here, right inside, right in here. So don't forget to blow your nose whenever you wake up. Satan needs to get out of there. I guess these devils are very tiny devils, not big ones. Don't forget, Satan is not always this little red stinker. If you have a black dog, you should know that your dog is a devil too. Keep that dog out of your room, especially when you're having sex, because Satan, the master of devils, is always there when you're having sex, so that he can have some influence on your little child that you're making. Satan is also the guy who makes you think and question things. If you doubt Islam and question the nature of Allah, be sure that such a questioning came from Satan. Satan doesn't only challenge you with thoughts, he also challenges you sexually. Muhammad used to run to his wives and have sex with them immediately, while they were working, whenever he saw a woman outside. Because seeing women outside made him too horny. Because women appear like Satan. It's not me saying this, it's the hadith, Muhammad. He doesn't only share the shape of women, he also makes them bleed excessively. So if a woman bleeds too much during her period, it's probably Satan's fault. That's what Muhammad said. Muhammad, the medical doctor. Can we include this in some medical books, please? Satan also distracts prayers and roams between praying people, which is the reason why Muslims praying in a community should be close to each other, so they don't let Satan walk between them. The same Satan that also likes poetry, by the way. Satan also likes... what was that? Satan made me forget. But anyway, Satan is everywhere. You can blame him for everything. He's such a little weasel. Since we have heard so much about Satan already, and I bet he's somewhere here around me, on my left, on my right, just laughing like a crazy little prick. There you have it. Satan farts, causes too much period blood, causes yawning, which is something good, plays music, pees in your ears, gets inside your nose, makes you forget things, watches you have sex, eats with you, appears in dogs, and so on. There is a lot of nonsense like this, and whenever Muslim apologists come and make claims about the Quran or the Hadith containing scientific miracles, I always think about these ridiculous things, and wonder why no Muslim ever comes to me and mentions them. Although they are totally reliable, Islamically reliable. It looks like Muhammad used Satan very much to just explain things that are bad, or that he thought were bad, like dogs and music. All in all, it's just so much absurdity, it's so much nonsense. It just makes you feel shame when you are an educated Muslim and you read these things. Muhammad was just a 7th century guy from Arabia. He wasn't half as smart as you are today. No one needs his nonsense. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Seriously, stay away from Islam.